It's $10 DIY Wednesday.
Ta-da!
We're so excited.
Nothing like an improv jingle to just
get
it going.
So this one is a great lesson in how to look past what something is to see what you could make it to be for your own home. So what we're going to need today is a tray, which find something at a thrift store, at a Hobby Lobby, a Marshall's, Michael's, whatever you can use for that. You're going to need a screwdriver because these do have hardware. Scrapbook paper or contact paper, Mod Podge because that's a great glue and sealer, and a paintbrush to spread our Mod Podge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That was a beautiful sentiment.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
To see something and look past what it is, to see what it could be. Okay, anyway.
Motivational.
Yes, you always have those nice little thoughts. Okay, anyway.
So first things first, I found this tray at Hobby Lobby. If you've been to Hobby Lobby in the last few months, you probably noticed they had a 90% off situation going on all their spring, anything that was spring.
Yep.
I always look for those sales when I go into a store first. I would look for the 75% off and the 90% off because a lot of times you see something like this and I'm like, cute little tray, could be good for a kid's room. I don't need a lemon though.
Yeah.
So they put it on sale and I'm like, it's gonna cost me $1 to remodel this thing.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so let me show you how. So first of all, I got this 90% off. It was probably $10, so that means it was $1. Yay.
Great.
So first thing we're gonna do is take our hardware off. Screwdriver. It helps if you don't have your own little toolkit at home. I would maybe consider at least buying a Phillips head and a flathead screwdriver. There is so much you can do with them, and anytime you have hardware, it's going to be great. Now, I like this hardware. I think it's cute. We're going to keep it.
Yes, to repurpose it for another DIY.
No, for this one. We're going to keep it on this one. But
Okay.
yeah, but what you could do if you didn't like the hardware but you wanted to use the tray, you can go to Lowe's, Menards, anybody, and they have tons and tons of different hardware options. Hobby Lobby does as well. You just measure between where the screws go to know what length you need. Super, super easy.
So you're going to put them back on?
Yes, but here's the thing. This side has some little ribs in it, and that's not ideal for this. We're going to flip it over.
Ah. Okay.
So what I'll have you do is cut out,
Okay.
I already traced a circle on the back of this. We're just
Perfect.
gonna cut that out.
You know I love good direction.
And while you're cutting that out, I'm going to have you Mod Podge
Podge.
it.
Yes.
Yes.
Is
So-
it pronounced Mod Podge?
Mod Podge.
Mod Podge.
I've always said Mod Podge, and I
It's
didn't
just a
know
deep-
that. But also, I'm not a crafty kind of gal.
So how should I do it? Should I?
Mod
Pour a little on
Podge.
Pour-
and
okay,
then just
perfect.
wipe it. I used this particular scrapbook paper. It's like a buffalo check plaid.
Yeah, that's cute.
Appropriate for the season. You could pick anything. I love scrapbook paper and I use them for a ton of things not scrapbooking. I don't even remember the last time I scrapbooked.
Yeah, does everyone scrapbook anymore? I remember when that was the biggest deal ever.
Some people do.
Is anyone doing that? I need to know.
I think there are still clubs and people that are very much so a part of that.
My question is, are people printing out photos in this day and age of digital albums on Facebook and everywhere else?
I
Yes.
think that's kind of the key there is we've got social media now where
Yeah.
you can create your own, video collages or whatever you do on
Right.
social media, Instagram,
Much easier than
Snapchat.
going to pick up photos these days.
Do you remember those days though? Like the
Yeah.
1 hour, like,
Of course.
yes.
And you'd be so excited because there's always at least one picture where you're like, I have no idea where that came from.
Right.
I don't know what that is.
Or the random selfie.
So now we're going to take this, we're going to stick it right on here. We've already got it glued, so that's fantastic. And if there is any excess, you can just flip it over, use an X-Acto knife to trim
And just
it.
trim her off. Yeah,
But what we're going to do for the sake of time is I'm going to take my screwdriver, I'm going to find my holes because I have to poke them through again
Right.
to put the little handles on.
And how great that it's black handle because it goes well with the pattern that you got.
Does, yes. All right. So we'll just put the handle back on, put the screw back in.
I like that we make you do the more handyman stuff. We're like, here you go. Here's the hardware. Put it back on.
And this part is a little bit daunting. You got to really figure out how to get that back on there.
Right. But we saved all the pieces. We did
Yes.
We
it.
did. So this is the point. Yeah, you get these back on. I'm sure many of you have heard this, but righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
I still say that in my head all the time.
It's a thing that
Fun
we
fact.
do. Yep. So you just want to make sure you're doing that. And then once you get the handles back on, it's going to be a really cute tray. So for TV time, we have to go. But just to give you an idea
We
of
get
what
it.
this is going
Yeah.
to look like, And then I would Mod Podge the top of it again, just to make sure that it's sealed. But that's our cute little tray.
I love it. And then you know what? Since we left the lemon on the bottom, we could literally, what if we love lemon next year? We don't know.
Then you just take the hardware off, flip it around, you're good.
Right. There we
Beautiful.
go.
We love this. So
She's done it again, folks. Simple that even Marlon and I can do it.
there you go. Lots
And
of
it's
fun stuff.
less than $10, pretty much.
That's
Great.
true.
Can't go wrong.
Great, great deals. But make sure that you stay with us. Speaking of deals, the Blue Water Bash is coming up. It's supposed to be a lot of fun. So I'm excited for that. Stay tuned.